Hey guys and gals. Yesterday I said today would be getting a little bit more in depth to what we learned yesterday. Yesterday I just wanted you to kind of get the basics of these properties. So just to recap, yesterday we talked about the product property, which says if two things are multiplying in the argument, we can separate that into two distinct logs where we add the logs together. So if we have m times n in the argument here, we can separate that to log base b of m plus log base b of n. Okay. So in other words, multiplication inside becomes addition outside. And then we talked about the quotient property. And so that was where division became subtraction. So division inside the log becomes subtraction outside the log. And then we also talked about if you have a power, that you can just throw that power out front. So we're going to talk about, I'm just going to do a couple examples, kind of make sure you understand. So here we have log base 2, and then notice we got a few things happening here. We got this divided by y. We also got some powers, and we got some multiplication. Okay, it looks like looks like I need to plug this thing in. There we go. All right. So the first thing we needed to deal with is this division. So if you remember what we talked about yesterday, division will become subtraction. So because we're dividing, we're going to separate that into subtraction. So this is going to become log base 2 of the top. So the top is this. So you're going to write that whole thing. So 7x cubed. And then minus log base 2. So notice we have two different logs of the bottom. So when we're dividing here, we take log base 2 of the top minus log base 2 of the bottom. So remember, division becomes subtraction. And this is called expanding. We're basically taking a log and making it, bigger. All right. So we're still not finished because now here there's nothing more we can do with this one because nothing's happening here. There's just a y there. But in this log we have 7 times x to the third. So we have multiplication inside the argument. And multiplication becomes addition. So this would become log base 2 of 7. So the question is we're multiplying 7 and x to the third. So those are going to be the two different arguments for our new ones. So log base 2 of 7 plus log base 2 of x to the third. And then we're just going to bring this one down. So minus log base 2 of y. We're still not finished because this one has an exponent. And so we can take that exponent and bring it to the front. And so I'm just going to go ahead and write that in rather than rewriting the whole thing. So that 3 goes away from here and just moves up to the front. So your final answer would be log base 2 of 7 plus 3 log base 2 of x minus log base 2 of y. And so you're kind of using all the principles in one problem here. Notice we made division become subtraction, multiplication became addition, and then the exponent jumped out to the front. So let's do a few more examples here. We didn't talk about what ln is, so I'm going to skip that for right now. But let's do C here. And don't worry about these, we won't do these down here. All right, so this is log base 5 of 2x to the 6. Now, someone would be tempted to say, well, that 6 can go up to the front, but it can't. And I'll tell you why. The 6 only applies to the x. If we were going to move that 6 to the front, it would have to be something like this. So like if it was 2x all to the 6th power, then we can move that 6 up to the front. So you can only move the exponent to the front if it's applied to the entire argument. So we were able to move it over here because the argument x was raised to the 3rd power. So there was nothing, whereas here, if you look at this place here, we couldn't move the 3 to the front because the 3 only applied to the x, not to the 7. So anyway, oops, let's erase that. So what we need to do first is, this is 2 times x to the 6, and so multiplication is going to become addition. So we're going to say log base 5 of 2, because we're multiplying 2 and x to the 6, so we're going to separate those into 2 logs. So 2 is going to be one argument, and x to the 6 is going to be the other one. So log base 5 of 2 plus log base 5 of x to the 6. And then we're still not done, so we separated the multiplication to addition, but we have this little exponent here. So we're going to throw that up to the front. And so the final answer would be log base 5 of 2, plus 6 log base 5 of x. So hopefully this helps. If I need to make more videos, please let me know. Feel free to email me with any questions.